revolutionary music makers, I'm Kate Harmony, this is Ray Harmony, and welcome to Hack Music Theory,
where we help you make great music that stands out.
If it's your first time here, please help yourself to our free book, 12 Music Theory Hacks to Learn Scales and Chords, which you can download from our website, hackmusictheory.com.
Also, if you download our free book in the next few days, you'll get the multi-track MIDI file from this lesson in our newsletter next Friday. And that file includes the riff, chords, bass, and drums. Oh, and by the way, sorry we missed you last week. We were moving, as you may have noticed from our new background. We're all settled in now though, so we're back to our weekly upload schedule every Friday.
On that note, it's time to open your door to Hack Music Theory. But first, tea.
I forgot my tea in the kitchen.
The opening riff in Could You Be Loved by Bob Marley and The Wailers creates a truly legendary intro. Despite being written 40 years ago, Could You Be Loved is more relevant than ever because its intro hooks us in the first 5 seconds. And with a quarter of all songs on Spotify getting skipped in their first 5 seconds, it's absolutely essential to have a great intro. And that's exactly what we can learn from this legendary song.
What makes this intro so remarkable? 4 things. First, it's simple. Second, it's singable. Third, it's interesting. And fourth, it teases. Now let's explore these in more detail.
The riff is simple because it consists of only 3 notes, the 1, 2, and flat 3. And that makes this riff extremely easy to sing, which makes it extremely catchy. But while the melodic side of the riff is simple, the rhythmic side is really interesting, which prevents it from getting annoying. And that is vital, because catchy music that gets annoying after a few listens will be nothing more than a trend. For music to become legendary, it needs to be simultaneously catchy and interesting. And Could You Be Loved is the perfect example of that. And lastly, this intro hooks us by confidently teasing, without giving everything away, like so many artists do these days in a desperate attempt to avoid that 5-second skip.
Alright, now you're going to learn how to use the music theory from Could You Be Loved to make your own legendary intro. And remember, just like all our lessons, you can use this theory hack to make music in whatever genre you want. And to show this in our playthrough at the end, we'll switch from reggae to EDM without changing the riff, chords, bass, or drums. Okay, so for the example in this lesson, we'll be using our version that we made earlier. So start by setting up 2 bars of 4/4 with your grid set to 16th notes and your tempo set to 103 BPM. Could You Be Loved is in the key of B minor, so we'll use a 2.
Step 1. Pitch.
This is the element that you want to keep simple, so choose only a handful of notes for your riff. We centered ours around the 1, flat 3, 2, and flat 7, then we threw in the 5 and flat 6 at the end for variation. And be sure you also change something in your second bar just for a little variation. Lastly, you want to play the root note a few times in each bar in order to establish it as your home and anchor your riff into the key. And just a quick heads up before we get to step 2, if you need help writing riffs, melodies, chord progressions, bass lines, counterpoint harmonies, and more, then check out our songwriting and producing PDF.
It also comes with MIDI file examples, and you can download all that right now over at hackmusictheory.com. Step 2. Rhythm.
This is the element that you want to make more interesting to prevent your catchy riff from getting annoying. And the way we do that is by using syncopation, which is when you accent an offbeat. Now, in order to create that syncopation, you'll want a few 8th note and 16th note rests in your riff, which also gives it space to breathe.
Lastly, here's a little bonus hack for you.
Start your song with 4 bars of your riff on its own, which will hook and tease your listeners. Then drop your bass and drums in bar 5, and finally bring your vocals in a couple bars after that.
Alright, now let's have a listen to our Bob-inspired intro. And remember, we'll be switching genres, so keep listening to the end. But just before the playthrough, if there's an artist you'd like us to hack, please let us know.
Thanks for watching or listening if you're on the podcast, and we'll see you next week.